All right, I click start. I'll let you guys know once audio is good and everything is starting. I just gotta check to make sure we can hear each other, that there's no echoes. Oh my wa moi shinderu. Nanny. Not us making Danny trying to figure out technology. It's still buffering. All right, should be up. I think it says we're live, so technically we are
I'm
live.
trying to find the cover photo.
Just take a snapshot of the thumbnail, bro. Just take a snapshot, broski. Well, hold on, I don't know. Oh God, Danny's gone again?
What you mean?
No, his screen went black on the YouTube end, so I'm just trying to make sure the screen's not black now. Make sure he's... All right, he's back. Yep, he's good. All right, so I think we're live. We should be good.
All right, guys.
So, what's going on? Yeah. Oh man, voice. Going through puberty. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the last Moon Piece Jujutsu Kaisen live stream, live read through for Jujutsu Kaisen manga chapter 271 from now on. You guys excited today? How you feeling?
This feels weird. It's the
end of an era.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here reading with you guys. I've been reading weekly for like the last 4 years by myself, and now here we are together for the end.
Yeah.
For the last month. Not
better
by
late
yourself.
than never. Yeah.
I feel like it's so interesting that, like, even though, like, I find the JJK, like, online fan base to be so rabid, that you just, like, saying that you experienced it by yourself, because I feel like that's a different experience than most of the fan base.
I mean, not entirely by myself. Like, of course, there were, like, the YouTube commentators, reviewers.
True. Still a smaller amount than, like, your everyday person.
My close friends who I would, like, about it every single week. But, like, I wasn't, like, on Twitter. I wasn't on, like, Instagram comment section. Like, not like that. So
yeah, I mean, it was so funny kind of going into this final chapter, because I saw some of the conversation with people. Like, I wasn't aware that people treat, like, the spoilers or the raws damn near like reading the chapter. Danny, for some reason your camera keeps going in and out.
Oh, I have no idea why.
It keeps like randomly blacking out and coming back in.
Well, that's awkward.
You maybe wanna maybe like reset your stuff, and me and Kimmy could just chop it up while you figure that out.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe turn it off and turn it back on again.
All right.
The whole computer. And me and Kimmy could just chop it up and talk about JJK while you come back.
Yeah. I think it's really crazy to see how far it's gone. Like, it started out from like, oh, this is kind of cool, sorcery school. And to now it's like almost at the level of My Hero. I don't think it's fully reached there, but still, like, it's gotten big, way bigger than expected, What do you think, Corey?
I mean, I was telling Danny that, like, after like this run and like binging it and kind of like prepping myself and trying to become more knowledgeable about the series as we kind of try to, give our thoughts on this finale and everything like that, since we're recording like the actual episode this week as well, to kind of give our thoughts. That's why I want to start Nana. I'm fight out. I need a break from like shonen fight.
Yes. You need something fun and chill and relaxed.
Well, I don't think Nana is chill and relaxed.
I mean, I can't say. I don't really know. I just know it's the girlies want each other, and there's a lot of like anxieties on that. So that's all I know.
Yeah, that's not chill. Like, it's gonna be
it's
like
not
I'm
fighting.
Pretty sure that's what I'm saying. But like when I say like lighthearted chill is like this is like what I consider like the Spy Family of it all. But like this is like a different vibe of anxiety. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right.
So it's not chill. Like it's still
The
going to be a
Yuri crowd is
mentally stressful.
taxing.
You know what's stressful? This internet connection. How am I doing now?
You are a person.
All right, hey, here we go. I am present.
Yeah.
That?
Yeah, you popped up on the screen. I was like,
Right.
oh shit, who's this guy?
Yeah, guest appearance.
Yeah, word. Welcome to the stream. Oh, so now we can finally, I guess, actually start 5 minutes into the stream. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the final Moon Piece Jujutsu Kaisen live stream, live read-through, review. Corey, why do I hate Arya? Arya?
Anya, I think.
Anya, probably.
Oh, Anya.
From Spy Family.
Oh, man. Jesus. I didn't see this coming.
I mean, it's true. Why do you?
That's
hate
crazy.
it?
How you hate Anya? That's
I never said I hate Anya.
You just never like Spy Family once you figured out it wasn't really hands like that.
But like
was-
not all the
the
time. I think
mystery
he
aspect.
wanted a deeper plot and world building, and not so much
Yeah.
episodic show. Because
Yeah.
there is
Fluff.
hands in the show.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be slice of life. I did not, and that's my fault, right? I had wrong expectations, and I'm an adult. I can take ownership of that, but my wrong expectations just leaded me to be like, hey, I'm good. I can kind of get this somewhere else. I watch like Bochi the Rock, which is also anxiety, but Bochi the Rock is cute. It's kawaii. You should check it out. But today we are here.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, it's. I think you'd like it. It's cute. Cute girls do cute things.
Say less. I'm in.
But before we get into chapter 271, how you guys feeling about getting into this, Danny?
Yeah, again, like it's just super nostalgic being able to review the last chapter after reading it weekly for so many years. It's really the end of an era. I didn't get my spoiler alert. I didn't get my part 2 announcement, but we'll talk about that a little bit more later on.
All right.
True.
Kimmy, how's it feeling? Like you've read it already, I think, right? You read it already? Yes?
Yeah, I read it this time.
Okay.
So.
Okay. This is not your first time. But how's it feel for you? Because I feel like out of the three of us, Danny's probably the biggest fan, and then it's you.
I feel like it's really hard when you've been in like a fandom and you've seen like, you go to the cosplays, you see everybody at the conventions, you really bond and make friends over these kinds of things. You buy merch, like I love Yuji, I love Gojo. I have my Gojo pillow and my purse and everything, and like it's just so weird to think that like, yeah, this is ending so like already,
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. You just bond over these kinds of things, and to see it end, it's just like it's wild. It's wild to me. Now, like 2 big like things that I've now been a part of have ended back to back, so it's a very weird feeling.
Don't worry, there's plenty of new things coming out in Shonen Jump for you to jump on.
I see what you did there. Jump on it.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Next generation.
Well, I guess I'll start us off with the cover story. We'll obviously give our thoughts on the ending and the full story, after once we finish reading through more. But let's not waste any more time. We've already been here for 8 minutes, so let's start with this cover page. We finally have Gege saying goodbye with everybody. Got everybody in this photo as if they were alive or something.
I would frame this photo.
I know.
Honestly, I think
I would frame it too.
Nice. I like the lime green, like warm background, and like the greenish tint on some of the sorcerers' like clothing on the black. I think it's just really nice. A lot of the warm colors you're seeing, like orange mixed with beige on a lot of the characters that are wearing white. I think like Gege did a really good job coloring this color spread.
Am I bugging? But why do I feel like out of everybody here, that Yuji and Gojo like just look the least like they do in the anime for some reason? I've noticed that while reading through, and then maybe just like, I'm not saying it looks bad. It's just like like Gojo looks just different. It could be like the hair. Could be UG scars. I don't know what it is, but I thought that while reading through during my binge, I was like, man, this doesn't really kind of look like how they make him. They make him look softer, I guess. In
the anime.
And like
well,
they make
you gotta
Yuji's
remember
face
that
look softer, and Gojo they make him look way sexier. I feel like.
You got to remember this is then like in the end versus in the anime. It's like in the beginning how they started out was softer, you know.
Yeah.
So now it's like them with scars, you know, different. The hair back, you know, like sexy boy Gojo, like beefed up is like a lot different too. Like hair back, like fresh out the box. So it's a different vibe. Also, I want to point out that Choso and Yuki aren't here, and I'm very upset about that. Oh, they're the only one. They're the only ones not here. Who's that?
He's
Is
the
that the Joe
comedian.
guy?
Yeah.
Maybe there's like an expanded picture that will be the special announcement that's announced after this.
I mean, there are two characters up top that are cropped out. One of them's clearly Kashimo, but I don't know who the person to the right of Kashimo is.
Yeah.
Who's Kashimo?
I don't know why.
Kashimo's the lightning guy.
Danny, for some reason, your
Lightning
visual
guy.
just consistently keeps going out randomly, so like that's gonna be an issue probably.
Can you hear him?
No, we can hear him. It's just that like his screen blacks out randomly. Let me.
Oh.
Yeah, let me check.
Let's hope
something.
it doesn't continue. But also, I love the fact that in this picture, like all the couples are basically together. Actually, no, Choso is here, so it's just Yuki that's missing. That's stupid.
Yeah, I was like, we said Choso. I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen Choso in this.
Yeah, Choso is there.
It's just Yuki. Okay, still
Yuki,
upsetting.
Takaba. I think it's weird that Higuruma has his back turned to everybody else.
It's because he's a lawyer.
He should be front and center.
You could tell that's him with that big ass nose of his.
Damn, Jesus.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
It's right. Represent for the big nose people.
Useless ass broom girl got her back turned too.
Oh well, that's probably because she feels shame. But like you can still see her face.
Shame. All right, well, I'll get into the first page, and then who wants to take over after?
Get into it, yeah. I'll go next. Okay, Danny first.
All right. I didn't notice a curse seal or curse technique markings this guy's girlfriend. The perpetrator might be nearby. If it's remote and not a cursed spirit, then one or the other should show up. That's Nobara talking to that random girl. So we're inside the range of the enemy's curse technique right now? It's possible. The curse technique could be covert, or the perp could excel at handling curse energy. This could get tricky. Nobara saying, are there set times when your boyfriend's face returns to normal? No. Oh well, I wouldn't know if it happened while I was asleep. Let's suppose that's not the case and estimate the technique has a radius of 50 meters. Considering the lack of harm, they may always be within 100 meters of you. Now what? We're downtown. There are always people here, even if we just look for the purse base. There are too many buildings and blind spots, but with a good view of the area, we might notice when the curse technique reactivates. All right, well, it's definitely just a lot of jargon, a lot of yapping going on about where they're gonna find the curse user at. So, how do we feel about this first page?
Yeah, it's just a follow up to what the investigation that's going on. It's good to see that they're putting their heads together to try to figure this shit out. Law and Order, Jujutsu Sorcerers.
Oh Lord,
with the one brain cell they have.
Well, Megumi definitely makes up for most of the brain cell.
I think he is the brain cell.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Let me get back to G-Beck's comment. She said, I did mean Arya. I made a recommendation to Preston to watch Arya, and the Real Croc said, don't watch it. I may have been referencing something else they were talking about during the stream. So, I don't even know what Arya is. So I may have been saying that to like something they were talking about. Audio probably wasn't responding to that. So, my fault for the confusion. And then they said, at least we'll always have One Piece. At least we'll always have One Piece, right, Danny?
Exactly.
Right.
The GOAT.
All right. Who wants to take the next 2 pages?
I'll take it. All right. Here we're starting off with Yuji coming up with brilliant idea number 1. We can lure the perp to a wide open area. And then he got a little breakdown of his plan, and then Megumi shooting it down. Sure, buddy. Assuming the perp is an idiot who will just follow us wherever. And then Yuji just making a face. He indirectly called me an idiot. And then Nobara just rubbing it in his face. Baka.
Idiot.
Now, brilliant idea number 2. How about Itadori dashes off with a girlfriend? They get outside the 100 meters in no time. Like I said, the perp won't follow. Even if the curse disappeared, the perp would go into hiding for a while unless they're a total idiot. Then the perp will just do it again later when the dust settles. So we have to be careful not to attract attention. And now Yuji rolls reverse. Kugisaki. He called you an idiot too, Kugisaki. Maybe the couple could take a trip by car. That's an option, but while we have to search for the perp by sight, they're probably using a curse technique to track the girlfriend's whereabouts. Both of us tailing them while searching is not promising. If the perp doesn't follow, we might be able to locate them when the couple returns and the curse technique activates. That's possible, but the timing would be up to the perp. All you do is object, Fushiguro, and you overestimate the perp's intelligence. Lots of people are dumber than us. I want to wreck Fushiguro at Otello. Yeah, I want to show him that I'm not dumb. So you do admit you're dumb. Anyway, we need to naturally get the girlfriend outside the curse technique area, then take down the perp when they reactivate the curse technique. Yeah. So how do we do that? I think we can use that. And then he's pointing off the balcony towards something.
This is a great 2 pages.
Oh, yeah. Do we want to talk about it?
Yeah, we don't just we gotta talk about each page, girl.
This is the character development that Corey wanted 100 chapters ago.
Literally ages ago.
I've been fiending for this, guys. I've been fiending for this. You let Fushiguro do the yapping. You let these two be the jokey jokes, right?
And they play off each other so well.
They play off each other so well. I've always thought they had good chemistry, but guess what? Yeah. You never fucking see it.
Well, you don't see it enough. You don't see it enough, that's for sure.
That's the point. Like, that's the problem. It's like, bro, like this just had so much potential to really be just to just have a lot more memories of them doing this. I don't like that there's only like 3 of these. You know what I mean? It's the like whole story.
Yeah. It's like the polar opposite of My Hero Academia, when like you had spent so much time with the characters in their day-to-day in the classroom or whatever.
Yeah.
We barely got any of that in JJK.
And I'm not even saying to, like I said before, like to lean so much into it so far where like it's so much of these kind of dumb missions almost seems like not like Monster of the Weeky. Like, I'm not saying do that for too long, but it just would have been nice to something. Yeah, it just would have been nice for just to see this more, because it would make me just believe more how organic the friendship is between the 3.
Yeah, because it's there. They have such a good bond.
Yeah. All right, Kimmy, you want to take us over?
Yeah. So the thing he was pointing at is a 44 condominium. The top floor is over 150 meters above ground. Condominium. The couple can pretend to visit a friend, taking the elevator to the top floor and thereby getting outside the perp's curse technique area. Ijichi and a window are staking the man entrance and emergency exit on the first floor. From someplace with a good view, we'll watch for the perp to restart the curse technique. That's when we'll capture them. The perp seems to be obsessed enough to harass Fukuzana couple 24/7. We didn't find any bugs in their apartment, so as long as a curse technique hasn't leaked our plans, this should lure our target. And you see them all planning around different parts of the building. Then they're going up the elevator, and the girlfriend goes, his face went back to normal, looking at her boyfriend. And he had a question mark. So all 3 of them are ready and prepared and on attack mode. And they see something on top of a building.
Oh, Danny disappeared. Danny keeps disappearing randomly.
I don't know what it is.
Do you know what's happening or no?
Couldn't tell you.
No.
I've done nothing differently.
Yeah.
Doesn't show up on me either.
Well, no, you have to like look. It's not in the control room. If you guys look at the stream, you'll see it.
Oh yeah, no. If I look at the stream, because I have it pulled up on my cell phone.
Yeah. So, yo, the drip, man. I like the fits right here. This girl and the wrestling boyfriend, they got a good fit.
They do. I'm about the fashion. She got her little Birkin bag. You see it? Low key.
The Birkin.
I couldn't. Is that a Birkin?
I don't think that's a Birkin, girl. We found out how much you pay for that. That's not Birkin money.
Apparently, it was like $5,000 US.
Yeah, that's not Birkin
who
money.
Knows? No,
it's
or whatever.
It's a Louis bag at best.
What? Good for her.
I'm trying to see the logo. I'm like, I don't got my glasses on. But it's cute.
You can't make it out anyway.
And I like his little CrossFit. It's cute.
Little crossbody bag. Well, it's funny when you go there. It really is part of the fashion. Like it is emulating how they kind of like dress there. They're not bugging.
They be dressing.
Yeah. All right.
Showing up.
Next 2 pages. Revealed is this guy with a mask and a hoodie on. Who are those guys? Looking up at Nobara coming down. Then they finally let Nobara cook. This is Kugisaki. I'm going in. He looks weird again. Sliding down the building with the hammer. They let her finally cook. Then you see these boys just hopping out on the scale of the window, skating and stomp, sliding down. This will be an easy win. And then both of their eyes transform because of the guy's effect. And now they're both just idiots and they're like astounded.
Yo, I love these two. I love their dynamic. It's so funny.
They're fucking idiots.
They're
bro.
so sibling coded. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dumbass 1 and 2. It's great.
Well, it's not often you get to see like a female character get to be a dumbass.
When you like first meet Kugisaki, you think
Yes,
she's such a
I
boring.
love that. Like let the girl be a dumbass.
Yeah. Well, like she's not a dumbass, but she's just silly. You know what I mean? Because she is intelligent.
Yeah.
But she's not like a.
No, yeah, the
What's
two
that?
of them together.
What's that girl from Konosuba? Aqua.
Yeah, but Aqua's an idiot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she's not a dumbass like Aqua.
Yeah. No, because it's like it's different when everyone's by themselves. They're think strategy, this and that. You put them all together, one brain cell. Like it's great. I love that dynamic.
Yeah.
Kugisaki's rocking that eye patch. She looks great.
Cooking.
The way she just
told me
slides
my
down the
bitch wasn't
building
gonna
with
come
the hammer.
back.
I did.
No, Corey.
Oh,
I mean, I knew just as much information as you. I knew
were
less
like-
information. I knew less information than you.
No, you were like, I was like, nah, I hope that, she's gonna come back. And you were like, there's 5 chapters left. She's not coming back. Like, deal with it. And I was like,
Nah, she came back before the 5 chapters.
technicalities.
Yeah.
Either way.
I mean, shit, she came back, but I mean, like, just everybody has different opinions about that. So, all right, who has the next 2 pages? Danny?
Yeah. So you got the curse user running away, going, "Ha, idiots!" And then he bumps right into this demonic beast.
Hey, yo.
And then Demon Dog's on top of him, and Megumi's going, "You guys, how do I say this? Lack focus." And then they're just like, "We're sorry." And then you see the curse user on his knees, and someone in the background's going, "Do you know this guy?" And the girlfriends of the wrestling guy is like, "No, not at all!" Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
Yo, this was such an easy
Sweating.
takedown, bro. This was such an easy mission.
A lot of
they
people,
needed something easy to get them back
No,
into it,
it's fine. It's just funny.
yeah, I mean, they're also seasoned veterans at this point, and a lot of people pointed out that Megumi's Demon Dog is
bigger.
a lot bigger than he was before he got taken over by Sukuna.
Yeah, I mean, look at how bro was looming over him menacingly. Yo, but this
I
girl
think
played,
this one's
bro.
technically a newer dog because it's half black and the under part is all white. It's different than the all black one he had,
He only had an all black one when he had the all white one in the beginning, but when the all white one got killed, then it got mixed in with the black one. So if you see when he fought Hanami and Reggie, he looked like this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the dictionary over here. Well,
I reread the series a couple of times.
No. Well, it sucks to be this guy
Oh.
because this girl does not remember him. He looks like a sad boy.
He looks like the main
Kiki
character
Palmer.
of Rent a Girlfriend.
Sorry to this man.
You know the Kiki Palmer. Yeah, I do not know this man.
Sorry to this man. All right, Kimmy, you want to take us to the next page?
Yes, now he gets all angry. You bitch! How can you say that? I'm the one who bought you that bag. And they're all just turning like.
Ooh, the tea.
They
The
look.
tea.
You see Yuji and Nobara just.
Ooh.
Okay, and she's sweating a little bit, and the
And,
girl's like, "Oh."
Oh.
He's like,
She knows
can't
exactly who he is.
He's like, I can't believe how trivial that was. Nobara's just laughing. It's like, and Megumi, it makes sense that she wouldn't recognize a customer from her days working at the cabaret club. It's a simple case of resentment, but
Get that
bag
coin,
costs
girl.
a fortune. Mm-hmm. But that bag cost a fortune. How could she forget? Pretty convenient, no? You don't know anything. And you see Yuji just turn back and look at the guy sitting in the police car, just all
This guy,
pissed.
he's down bad, bro.
Simping over a girl we met at a club. Damn, story as old as time.
I'm in love with a stripper.
He spent $5,000 on that bag.
5 racks, bro. What does it say? 5 racks?
It doesn't say. It just says a fortune.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it was the early translations.
Yeah, it had a certain amount of like yen.
It was like 1,000,000 yen, and someone obviously just did the currency exchange, and it was like 5,000 US.
Yeah, my guy's down bad, but these guys are so messy. Yuji's so stupid sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because he's
now I can't hear Danny.
clueless on the situation between the.
No, say it again, Danny. What'd you say? Because he's what?
Why is it because he's so clueless about the case with the cabaret girl and the guy?
Yeah.
He just don't know nothing about that, you know.
He's an innocent kid. Character development.
He's a boy.
Character development. Yeah, it ain't developed, and it ain't no more developing left.
Nope.
All right.
Unfortunate.
Next pages. Yuji's walking up to the car, talking to the dude, whoever this random dude is anyway. Buck up, man. You won't get the death penalty. What will I do from now on? I don't know how to convey affection, so I ended up blaming the other person. Then we go to a flashback. Gojo-sensei, I thought you'd be after Kusakabe for replacement training. That would have been fine, but how should I put this? Satoru Gojo hardly matters now. What are you talking about? The future and how I want you to face it. If the worst happens, it's my wish and my dream that you carry on in my absence. Even if I go out the way I am now, everyone will grow up and surpass me someday. Given that, I think it's better for at least one person to forget me and be strong in ways completely different from me. But how could I forget you? This isn't like you. Where'd your confidence go? You're gonna be okay like that? You're so naive. I've never been more sure of myself. I'm counting on you, Yuji. All right.
Aww, such a sweet moment between Yuji and Gojo.
Gojo finally acting like the adult in the room.
No, this isn't the first time.
Bro,
Yeah.
He really like on some like just being introspective and like having like not doubt but just kind of the understanding of like where this may end up and that faith in other people. Like this is a road, you know, for Gojo to get to.
This has always been his dream, though, to just cultivate the next generation of Jujutsu sorcerers to be different from the generation that he grew up in.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't want to be, you know, viewed as the strongest because it like limits the ceilings of other sorcerers. That's why he doesn't want to do the switch training with him.
Yeah.
That's why he's like, Satoru, go hardly matters now. Do things for yourself. Be yourself.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
What did you think about
nice
this
to see
backstory? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kimmy.
No, sorry. it's just really cute to also see them have a moment together because Gojo was the one that saved Yuji, brought them together. Then they had that whole bonding moment when like no one knew that Yuji was alive, and so it's nice to see one last time like having them have a moment together. Teaching. It's cute.
One last time.
Yeah, I thought it was really nice to see Gojo just, because Yuji didn't get a letter, and Yuji was like, "Oh, that's because I saw him before that he died." And so seeing this moment, like, I mean, shit, it's a lot more than what Megumi got. All Megumi got was, "Yo, I killed your daddy."
Yeah, it's crazy. What you saying?
No, nothing.
I thought Kimmy was about to say something.
Just what about?
Oh.
Am I doing the next 2 pages?
Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. I need to take a quick little bathroom break, y'all.
Do it. Yo, can we talk about Gojo's hair? Can we talk about Gojo's hair in these like panels? Yes. It's like, first of all, he got the fade.
Gorgeous. Yeah, second of all, he came back.
Like his hair like slicked back.
Yeah,
it looks perfectly coiffed.
I don't know why, but Gege, like, he was like everybody getting their haircut, everybody getting the slick back. It looks fantastic on Gojo, but I will say I was kind of mad. The other user that's not Choso, starts with the N. I can't remember.
Naotoshi Kama.
Yeah. I was annoyed when they changed his hair because I was like, it's so hard. There's no way to differentiate him from everybody else. Yeah, no, but it like differentiated him from like everybody else because now when he comes on screen, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know who this is. I don't know. I don't know this man.
You know who is every time he goes like this. Convergence or something with blood, like it's him.
Yeah, but when they're in a crowd and they were talking in that last couple chapters, I was like, I don't know this man is. Like, you couldn't tell me. He looked exactly like 3 other characters. Like, he looked like the sword guy.
All right, I'm back.
The sword guy, Kusakabe.
Yeah, maybe.
Noritoshi
like, he looked like 3 different people.
His eyes closed the whole time. It doesn't matter.
He looked like 3 different people. Either way.
Welcome back, Corey.
Thanks.
All right, I'll jump into the next 2. Yuji's consoling the curse user, saying, "You already know where you went wrong, so you'll be fine. Atone and then come work with us. I'm counting on it." Nobara, "Hey, what about that one thing?" Yuji saying, "I got rid of it." "You what?" "Chill, it's not dangerous anymore. It's the perfect ward. You're incorrigible. So no worries." Yuji clenches something in his fist, looking off into the distance. And here we cut to Mahito. "Sukuna, you got here first, huh?" "Oh, you're here? Isn't this like the 3rd time we've talked?" "Because my curse technique affects the soul. This is a kind of residue of that. This place is a passageway for the circulation of souls. I wanted to ask you something, Sukuna. You were lying, weren't you? To yourself and others, about just living as befits your nature." So here we're getting a little summary for Mahito and Sukuna, the 2 curses that laughed their asses off at Yuji like 200 chapters ago.
Can I just say that I kind of think that the transition from the scans before and this, like leading from the flashback to like Yuji talking to this dude, I feel like they did it better.
What do you mean?
Just because like they had Yuji say kind of the same exact dialogue as like Gojo with that final bubble. I don't know. Just the verbiage of it just like kind of hit more. Like because like this is like, I'm counting on you. This is saying I'm counting on it. Where I think I forgot exactly what they said in the other version. I can look it up real quick.
It was I believe in you or something. It was a little more.
It was a little more dramatic. It was a little more dramatic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it didn't seem like I'm expecting great things from you. That's what it was.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which like I don't know. It just kind of hit more to me. But that's just like my thought. But it's I think it's a really good moment.
I'm counting on it. That sounds so like generic and not as impactful.
Yeah, I'm expecting great things of you. It's like, oh damn, nigga.
It's you.
Yo, but Sukuna has to be like one of the funniest shit talkers in all the anime.
Told you, bro. Nah, I told you he's not number 1, but he's definitely top 5.
Yeah. Isn't this the third time we've talked?
Like, what do you want from me? Did you guys think that we would see Mahito?
No.
No. I thought he was swoop, taken up, eaten up. That's it.
Yeah.
It makes sense though.
So.
Like this is like that in between stage between recycling your soul or whatever.
So I have a little bit of issues with like this page. Like I think everything that's happening is dope. But it's more like, I mean, I'll expound upon it more once we kind of finish reading through the chapter. But I definitely wish that flashback was shown not as a flashback, but at least giving us like 3 chapters of showing everybody training and like showing these moments. Like if there was like, if there was like 3 or 4 more chapters, or like, honestly, you could have cut some of the fighting to like actually show us some of these moments instead of just throwing them in randomly into some of the fights. I mean, like, and this is why this person can ass pull and do this move. I mean, I'm saying ass pull. It's just the word I can think of. But you know what I mean? Like it's like it always felt like the flashbacks was thrown in only when Gege wanted to show why somebody can know a technique. Where I think we should have just spent the time with the characters instead. That way, like Yuji using the exact verbiage and say maybe show a quick flash would hit more as opposed to Gege forcing me to feel away by telling me this to the page before.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, they could. Hopefully he focuses on that in his next series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Mahito talk
back and forth of.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say the whole back and forth is like, oh, they pull this thing out because why? Flashback. Because why? Flashback. Like it was just so much, so overused. It annoyed me at some point with just reading, especially since I binge read it through.
Yeah.
But like seeing how often it was used, I was like, I don't know. That was it.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but we push along, right? We push along. So who has the next 2 pages?
I think it's Kimmy.
It's me.
It's me.
Okay, we see Mahito at first. I think your life was about revenge against everyone who scorned you as an abomination. Sukuna says, it amounts to the same thing. That is my nature. I know no other way. No, that's wrong. I could have chosen how to live. And he sits there and he thinks about it, and we see 2 paths. He said, I had 2 chances, but I had to vomit out the curse writhing in my entrails. I was afraid of immolation by my own curse. And then points over to who we now know as Uraume as a younger person, short little mini bab, mushroom head almost, says, if there's a next time, maybe I'll change how I live. As you see Uraume crying. And you see Mahito get upset, but that's boring. You're just gonna settle down? And he goes, of course. After all, I lost. Like, duh. And he's walking away. He's like, but then I'm the only unruly child left. Arr, as he's jumping up and down. Like, yeah,
you gotta hit the Mahito cry from the anime. Ah, ah, ah.
I can't.
All right. And then you could just want to review the last 2 pages since it's like nothing.
Bro.
No? All right.
No, we have to save it. Why do you want to rush through it for?
There's no dialogue in the next pages.
Well, what's the point of a page-by-page breakdown if we just gonna not do page-by-page?
No? All right, you're right.
Okay, so
it's good to see Sukuna reflecting on his past choices, especially in a conversation with Mahito. I want to know who that other woman is opposite to Uraume. I'm assuming it's what was that woman's name? Yorozu?
Is that the one who did the transporting Gojo thing? Not the transporting Gojo. The girl who did the buffing of the techniques, like buffing his power. Is that her?
You're talking about Urahime. No, I think Kimmy's right. The girl who
the love girl.
Yeah, the one who tried to teach Sukuna about love.
Because
those were like the 2 women. The woman who took over Megumi's sister's body.
Oh, that girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name? Yorozu.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be her because those are the only 2 women in Sukuna's life. One who was absolutely devoted to him, and the other one who was obsessed with him.
Well, technically, Urume is not a woman. It's just a they them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Non-binary.
But how we feel about the conversation
Child.
these two are having?
I'm glad Mahito's the only one left sulking like an idiot. Sukuna's clearly ready. He's been around for 1,000 years. He's spun the block a few too many times.
Yeah.
So seeing him be like, okay, I'm ready. If I reincarnate, I'm gonna choose something else.
Yeah,
because he lost.
Yeah, I think the powerfulness here is like to show like, you know, Yuji kind of got to him a little bit. You know what I mean? Like to really have like an introspective, you know, conversation, which like I didn't expect, nor did I didn't need it to happen. I think it's good to show it happen, and it all like once again, it really does make Sukuna feel like the main character, bro. In the end,
because he gets like a complete character arc.
Like he gets the final pages.
Wild.
Yeah.
Like respectfully, and then like kind of like giving this moment this send off, kind of makes it seem like, man, and this was our Sukuna Kaisen.
I mean, he was a great villain after all. He was like the center point of the entire series from like the first chapter.
Yeah, and it's almost like, you know, the thought is, oh, you know, Sukuna is kind of is irredeemable, right? Which, like, you know, I agree. Like, I'm not saying like Sukuna deserves to get any bail shot for his actions and things like that, but kind of just like giving a retrospective, a real deep, just you could just see the shift in the writing, and once again, kind of just in the moments like this is where I just kind of wish there was more. It was more of this. The same way there was more of like when this kind of happened already with Mahito and Yuji, which I think was also a really good moments. But I just wish we had more slow moments like this during like these deaths, all these times of passing, instead of the story kind of like keeping its foot on the accelerator instead of taking its time to do this.
Agreed. Also, it sucks that we got so many other people's like backstories and little things here and there, and I'm like, I want to know more about Sukuna now. Like, tell me, like, what do you mean? Why is Urume crying? Did he save Urume from like, you know, the village or something that was coming after him? Like, why, you know, what happened with that girl? Like, she wanted to show him love, and he was just like, I'm gonna fuck everybody up. I don't care. Like, he just had so much hate.
I think the creation of the Culling games as a concept, just coming off the heels off of Shibuya, which, like, in my opinion, feels like a war arc, Shibuya, at least to me. And this, you know, Culling games feels like it has to, like, you know, it was even more. It was like the Shibuya on steroids. And I think Gege just spent too much time creating all these new characters, giving them these like a chapter or like half a chapter worth of like backstory, etc. When like those moments should have just spent with our characters, especially if the characters that he created were just gonna like kind of come and go. You could have used that for more just like fleshing out and moments for like our main cast.
Literally.
Oh, Danny, how you feel about it?
Yeah, no, I think I already said my piece on these 2 pages.
All right. So let's get to the next 2 pages, or just the last 2 pages. Who has these?
You do.
Oh. All right. So we see the gang walking down the streets of North Philadelphia.
Stop.
We got your boy Yuta, Maki, Panda. I guess Panda's staying small forever.
It's cute.
And
It's cute.
Little Mudang, bro. That hippo is everywhere.
I love Mudang.
Oh my god.
He is so cute. Little bouncy pork.
Is Mudang the new Harambe?
No, different levels.
Yeah.
Different
Completely
levels.
different.
Although
you think Mudang's more goated than Harambe?
No. Don't put words in my mouth.
I just didn't know.
Mudang is more like Grumpy Cat, you know? Like,
fair. That's good.
Kinda,
but what if something bad happens to Mudang?
Then God save us all.
No, we're not putting that energy out. God bless Mudang.
Justice for Mudang.
Did you guys see that monkey that hit Mudang?
Huh? Did we see what?
There was a monkey that hit Mudang.
Oh no!
So many people in the comments were like, "Find the monkey!"
Oh no!
Put him on trial.
So Yuta, Mudang, Inamaki, and Maki here. Then we got Kirara and Hikari, Mr. Check It Out himself. Too bad we didn't get to see him do that technique again, but I guess that would just been too much writing for Gege to re-explain all those bingos. And then we get our final trio, one last chapter, one last panel page image of Nobara just looking shocked, pointing to one direction. Your boy Megumi also looking to direction, uninterested or annoyed. Yuji just smiling, walking with his friends. Not dying alone yet, but he's not alone like his grandpa always wanted. The creaky door of the shrine where Yuji originally got the finger from has your boy Sukuna's finger, which kind of looks different. I don't know if Tengen has something to do with it being as a talisman, but it's in that box. And it looks like it's his middle finger of Gege telling everybody, fuck y'all, I'm out. And that's the end of our Sukuna Kaisen.
Woo!
I can't.
Great wrap up.
Oh my god.
What do we think, guys? Jujutsu Kaisen is officially over.
I'll say this: it's definitely not one of the worst endings I've ever seen.
I do think it's worse than my hero ending.
That's debatable.
But that's just me.
That's debatable.
Let's talk about like the chapter overall and then kind of give our thoughts on like, you know, the ending and the series being over. What do we got? What do we think?
The chapter overall, again, like it was just nice seeing the team solving mysteries together, like the Scooby-Doo gang. We're getting great character moments. Just seeing all of them like working together, just like it's the early days of the series, it's great. There's comedy, there's action, there's backstory, and we even got like a closeout for Sukuna. And of course, you know, what's a JJK chapter without showing Gojo Satoru at least one last time?
Yeah.
And just seeing Yuji have his moment too with comforting this curse user, like just shows that he's willing to take on Gojo's dream and trying to help cultivate other people around him in a way, like welcoming them into the Jujutsu sorcery worlds in a way that he wasn't welcomed because he was put on, you know, on death row like immediately.
Yeah. Kimmy, what'd you think?
No, I agree. It's nice. We got a little bit of everything. You know, we coulda, woulda, shoulda all the way, but it's nice. What we did get, we got these great moments. We got finalized from Sukuna. You know, got to see a little of him, that stuff. We even got to see Mahito, which we all thought was, you know, been gone. So that was nice. Didn't expect to see Gojo at all. So really good to see one last flashback with him. And it's nice to get the gang back together, the trio, the OGs, you know, and it's cute. And you can tell that they're definitely in good hands and the others are in good hands. And the future of Jujutsu Kaisen tech is going to be good going forward, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Salud.
Thank you.
Salud. What's that song that's going viral right now because of all the Cardi B drama? It's a Spanish song. Something Vena something. Oh well.
Couldn't tell you.
I'll figure it. Hold on, I got you right now. It's on.
Yuji and Megumi definitely are gonna have a bonding experience because both of them like got taken over by Sukuna.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They both.
Can't wait to read all the fics about it.
Yeah, I already knew she was about to get there. I was like, yep, they both. He was inside both of them.
I'm just realizing now that Megumi's scars on his face are where Sukuna had those like crazy eyes on the right side of his face.
Oh, you didn't realize that?
No, I'm just realizing it now.
I thought you was an expert.
Guess not.
I think Kimmy actually said it. Yeah, I mean, I think that this chapter was. Maybe. I think she may have said it. I think this chapter was actually a really good chapter, but like not a good last chapter. I think
Agreed.
if Gege just did not do that whole new Shadow style chapter, that's 269. I think that if this was chapter 270, and then 271 was just maybe just a time skip just to show where everybody ends up in the end, I mean, this is also, I'm not trying to like lean into what I said last stream where I was like, okay, I think that, it's going to show Yuji finally dying and having friends around him. I'm not trying to lean too much into that, but just some true finality. Like, even if this moment of everybody walking away was saved for the last chapter, I just think that mission, it was good. It was just good stuff. I just think there could have been more. There just could have been more. But this feels like a tease in regards to, like, if I'm leaning into like what Danny thought about it being a sequel, this does feel like a tease in a little bit, like, oh, but there could be more adventures to tell, but like we know that that's just not the case.
Well, that's what I was going to touch on before. Yes, there's no part 2 announced. I think Gege has made it very clear.
Oh, did you just like stop talking, or
He
did your voice
wants
cut
to
out?
work on another project, which
He
got cut out again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was.
Yep, my voice cut out.
Dan.
I was saying, yeah, we didn't get a part 2 announced, but I think that Gege has made it very clear that he wants to work on other projects moving forward, but he definitely left this series open to a sequel being done in the future. For example, Kishimoto, the author of Naruto, after he finished Naruto, he did Hachimaru, which was another original series. He dropped Boruto. He left that in someone else's hands. Hachimaru failed. Shonen Jump dropped it, and he went back to Boruto. Let's say Gege is what, 32 years old? I just looked it up the other day. If he starts another series, if it's successful, friggin' great. If it's not successful and he wants to continue having an income, he can always do JJK Part 2 because that's going to be an easy cash cow. So he could always do a Part 2. It just doesn't have to be right now.
True.
I wouldn't bet on it though. You definitely have to treat it as if it's final, and
I want to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
but
also
the copium is real.
I mean, the copium has to end at one point. You know what I mean? Like, it has to end at one point if we're gonna just be like, hey, the series is over. And even if you make a JJK Part 2, that doesn't necessarily remedy the flaws of Part 1, as you want to call it, right? Not Jujutsu Kaisen 0.
Some of them.
I wouldn't. That just doesn't.
You never
if
know.
you're talking about years upon years ago, because it also just depends on how it turns out. If it ends up being bad, then everybody's gonna pick and choose. We know human beings, bro. Fan bases are. If it ends up being bad, they're gonna be like, let's just act like it doesn't exist, and only if it's good. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not saying right away. I just mean like in the future. Say if somebody else takes it over and it's not Gege writing it. Say the same way Boruto happens. We see how the Boruto community kind of exists in a very weird state in regards to like who wants to acknowledge it and who doesn't. Let's just call it what it is. Whether you think Two Blue Vortex is doing really good or not right now in regards to the story and the fact that why is Kishimoto Kishimoto, I'm talking about Naruto coming back. You know what I mean, Danny?
Yeah, I think it's not as drastic as Dragon Ball GT. Like Dragon Ball GT, yeah, people literally pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But Boruto, like, it is a direct sequel.
Yeah, but there's people that don't want to act. There's people that act like Super doesn't exist. People act like Boruto doesn't exist because homie's not writing it himself. There's an asterisk.
Now he is.
That's now,
well,
but
honestly,
that's not the whole story.
You never know. And at the same time, hey, look at Horikoshi right now that he's unemployed. He's whipping out like gorgeous pieces. Did you guys see that like Ida Todoroki drawing he just let out? Like if we let these writers just sit and just have a chance to breathe, see their families, maybe he'll be happy enough to, pop in every now and again, throw us a little bone of something. You never know.
Yeah. I don't know. I usually try to go off historical when it comes to these things, just because I just feel like there's not as much freedom in the manga, those publishers, that publisher space, to just kind of just like hop in and hop out, at least in an organic way. Because I'm more of like the idea of like if it's gonna be done, I'd want it to be done because they want to do it, not because of just for the bag. Because like if they're not happy doing it, bro, it be showing. It sucks.
Agreed. No,
I get it.
Agree.
But I feel like he just has such a. I did not expect this many characters to have survived in the end. Like a lot of the people are still alive. Like seeing that one shot of Yuta, Maki, Panda, and Inumaki all alive, I'm like, oh wow, they did not die. And I mean, even the trio, Megumi, Kugisaki, and Yuji, like all three are still alive. That's crazy.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that though. It's not really that much different than the direction that Attack on Titan kind of went in. Like there was a lot of deaths in the beginning, but it kind of pumped the brakes on how many people they started killing when it got towards the end. They just saved it for meaningful moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, except for Sasha. She had to eat it.
Yeah, but Sasha had a really it was a good death. You know?
Yeah.
Like
I'm just saying, like a lot of the comments and criticisms that JJK got too was that they killed off like too many characters. But like, after Shibuya, not a lot of people died. And you have such an amazing cast of characters that it really would just be a shame to just like leave the story here.
I mean, it's being left.
We never know.
It's being left. But like,
tell him he doesn't know that.
don't tell him he doesn't know that.
It's not gonna sink in for at least 2 years.
Bro, at some point we gotta have a real conversation where it's not
you're
depending.
You're talking to the guy who Bleach ended what, like 10 years ago, and then Tite Kubo came out with the one shot that came out like 5 or 6 years ago that opened up the story all over again to doing a sequel. And what's 5-6 years later, and I'm still waiting for that sequel to come out because he teased it, and it could always happen. Like,
yeah, Corey, you're not gonna win on that one.
Man, this is he. You are a walking anime character. I'm gonna be Hokage. Like that's how you sound, bro. I'm gonna be Wizard King. I'm gonna be the number one hero. You got some dreams. You got some dreams, boy.
Yeah. Listen, that's a beloved series I stuck with for years. Bleach is hopefully gonna get a sequel one day. Naruto got a sequel. Fucking Fairy Tail creators got like 2 spin-off not spin-off, but other side series. Again, Gege Akutami's 32. He's not like Kishimoto or Oda who are like in their friggin' 50s. Like he's our age. He's our age.
Yeah. Well, which is crazy. I did not know that he was our age.
Well, I mean, the references he makes in this series, I can say what I appreciate and I respect. Because like I'll say this overall. I have my criticisms about JJK, but I don't think Gege is a bad writer. I know people are like on the internet kind of leaning straight into like just being straight savages and saying he's a bad writer and a bad mangaka. I don't think it's that. I just think that this was bro's first go out. It seemed like he got burnt out doing it. And it does emulate a lot to me and Danny, maybe you can view it in this lens. I know you never saw the series, Kimmy, but Yu Yu Hakusho. Okay. Where like it has so much potential in its highs and it reaches a really, really high point, which like I'll consider if you want to, I don't believe so, but let's say the Dark Tournament is like the Shibuya arc.
Okay. Yeah.
And the series kind of takes like an interesting dip after that, whether you still enjoy it or not. It's even said that the author, Tagashi, wasn't into doing Yu Yu Hakusho anymore. And it kind of shows. You start just like things weren't being consistent.
Yeah,
like
the story wasn't as good.
Yeah, the story suffers. So I say this to ask you guys: wouldn't you prefer both? I guess Horikoshi and Gege just do a new, complete different series, because I feel like it has the potential to have the same up that Hunter x Hunter has from Yu Yu Hakusho. Then more content of the same stuff. I get you love both these series, but I guess I'm maxing this more objectively.
Again, I think you could do both. You could also like just do like a short series, like an OVA or a one shot. Again, like Tite Kubo did. He had that one shot for Bleach that came out like 7 years after it ended, and it was like 60 pages, which is like 4 chapters in one. 3. So yeah, and then you could still do a sequel series. I wouldn't be surprised if we at least got a little something about JJK in 3 years.
I feel like that's having your cake and eating it too, though. You asking for both. Like you want a whole new series, and you want him to do. It's not who.
Again, Tite Kubo with Bleach. We got a 60-page one shot like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yes, but like he didn't make a whole new. I'm talking about making a whole new. Like I'm taking on the same scale as from Yu Yu Hakusho to Hunter x Hunter. I don't mean a little one shot. I'm talking about creating a whole new IP that could potentially be even better and has a better groundwork and laid in power system and storytelling. That's what I'm saying. Like a second go around at a whole new story. For me, I think it would be advantageous for Gege.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad move.
I think I could see him doing like same way that Danny was saying, that also drop some VAs. That'd be hella cute. And then also, because those are like original stories half the time. And then also, like, in the same way Haikyuu has dropped maybe like 4.5 new chapters after it's been finished for like mad years already. Definitely could do the same thing with JJK every now and again. Just drop one chapter. Oh, look what the kids are doing, you know, their new thing. You know, maybe they'll have a little holiday chapter. Maybe they'll have like a little tidbit in the future. You know, little things like that. I would definitely, you know, not be surprised if he just decides to do something fun like that. Because, you know, he did love these characters. He does. You can tell, you know, he still cares about these characters. But, you know, you can also at the same time tell he was tired. So,
damn. I guess I'm the only one. I guess I'm the only one who just wants something completely new.
I don't know. I'm not saying that he's not going to put out something completely new. And I also don't think there's going to be like a JJK part 2.
I meant a preference. I just meant like, would you prefer? Like, I'm not saying what you think. I'm saying preference.
Oh, preference.
I mean, yeah, I would love a little OVA. I don't think he would do a part 2. So like,
no, but I think Corey's saying one or the other.
It'd be like a silly one.
Girl, I'm not saying a sequel.
He's saying like one or the other.
I'm saying it's either he makes more. Like, OVAs is not a thing, right? One shots. Yeah. OVAs is not. OVAs are, in my eyes, respectfully, it's filler if it's made by the studio and not the creator, right? That's not a thing. If one shots, sure. One shots, that's what I mean. Or even if they make a part 2. I'm saying either more of that from the creator, or would you just prefer him just really just starts with something brand new completely?
That's hard because you don't know what that brand new thing is going to be. What if it's a topic I don't give a fuck about, you know,
well,
versus
I'm just
like
saying
these guys I love.
But you know the guy. But
me personally, I would choose a part 2 sequel.
Okay.
Me personally.
Yeah.
All right, well,
like I would love like a 2-year time skip. They're a little older now. It's even darker than it was before. And like they have to go to like other countries to rescue the Japanese sorcerers that were kidnapped.
There we go.
That just like I'm already getting goosebumps. Are you kidding me?
Damn, that sound like you sound like you just want the fights, bro.
Sure. This is my other Fast and Furious series. It's like Solo Leveling, like except the plot here is a lot better than League's better than Solo Leveling. Yeah. Solo Leveling is low key brain rot, but like I don't need JJK to give me Aizen level shenanigans, even though Kenjaku was a madman. I had so much fun. Like I love these characters. I just want to see more of them.
What about you, Kimmy?
No, I agree. I want to see more of them. So it's hard to just be like, what if he comes up with something brand new? Like, who knows if I'm going to read that? Will I care? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's something good, you know? I think the funniest thing, though, is that everyone on Twitter that I've seen talking about it has been saying, like, if Gege comes out with something new, it better be BL because he knows how to write that more than anything else right now. So
BL? I don't
know what is that?
It's boys love, aka like yaoi.
Yeah, just like, say yaoi.
Yeah.
No, but BL is like the type of trope when you're like read a BL series, you know. So yaoi is more like point, you know.
Yeah, here you have a lot of that. You have a lot of BL here.
That's what everyone was like. He knows how to write it, so better.
He knows how to draw male characters.
Yeah, he definitely puts more sauce on his male characters than he does his female characters in every way, whether it be character development, whether it be sexiness, whether it be fan service. Like, there is no.
The one thing I gotta give it to him, he will never sexualize a girl character, but the boys, he'll throw glee.
Oh no, he got weird. He got weird that one time.
With who?
With we and her brother. May whatever.
Oh yeah, May.
Okay. Let's call it out. No, no passes. Okay. I'm not giving no passes.
No passes. That was like, okay, one time he messed up. But,
that was nasty.
Not everybody in that universe is perfect. So
that girl should have died. That girl should have died. That girl should have died.
That would have been great.
Yo, that girl's a billionaire now.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, billionaire, absolutely.
How do you feel about the fact that people like have been slandering, calling it, I guess, Disney Kaisen? I've seen that term getting thrown around a lot in the community.
In what way?
Disney Kaisen, because the fact. So I guess like people kind of, and the same way I felt before, like picking up reading after what anime was, like my complaint still stands for the beginning of the story, in regards to just how much death was occurring. You know what I mean? And then I remember it's going to your point where you say you're surprised that so many people survive. And people were just upset that so many people survived. Like the fact that Higuruma was alive and the fact that Yuta was alive. So they then say, because Gege's not doing the thing that everybody got so used to, they're calling it Disney Kaisen.
Jesus Christ. You're pissed when people die. When too many people die and now you're pissed that too many people survive? Like, shut the fuck up.
I didn't complain about it.
I know, not you. Not you. But the internet, like, you're not going to be happy no matter what.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And a lot of people are.
No, they killed off too many people.
They're saying the ending is trash. Like, guys, you don't know what trash endings look like, okay? You were not there reading weekly Bleach.
You weren't there.
You weren't there when Fairy Tail ended, okay?
Yeah, I wasn't in the trenches.
Don't talk to me about like JJK being a bad ending. It's not. It's not. It's mediocre.
I mean, respectfully, I think it's the same way. This kind of leads into what you just said, Kimmy, when we were talking about My Hero and it being like the first kind of long running series that you've kept up with on a weekly basis with like a large community. Not a binge, you know what I mean? But, you know, the whole weekly, it was a grind. And I feel like that JJK, like, let's call it what it is, guys. We're not the youngest. We've been around for a while. We've been around for a while on this earth. So this isn't really our first series or ending that we've seen, you know what I mean? For some people, this is really their first, and I realize that JJK is people's. For some of them, this is their Naruto, and I just gotta respect it for what it is, right? Like this is their Naruto, this is their Dragon Ball. It is what it is, you know. This My Hero and Demon Slayer. Like I'll never call them a big three, but I can acknowledge, you know, the effect it has on people, how much these characters mean to them. But it's like, damn, son, you guys are not conditioned to what a bad ending is, because this is not the worst ending that's ever been around.
Yeah, no. I don't have that much to complain about. There's a lot that I wish would have happened, but it is what it is.
I think that the coulda, woulda, shoulda of it all, I think that's what I think leads to a lot of the disappointment of the series. Because one thing I'll say, like, even though I think the fan base is kind of crazy when it comes to how much they read the spoilers and everything like that, like I gotta respect like the dedication to like the theory world of it all on the internet, very similar to like One Piece, even though I think you guys come up with things that like I'm like, where did you even get that from? And I feel like you guys had so much fun doing that, and I feel like Gege was just never going to give you anything more than what he's consistently giving you. Like, I see some interesting stuff on the internet in regards to, like, things that people come up with. Like, honestly, I thought the whole government thing was going to have so much more weight.
Oh, my God.
Same.
Yeah, we all were kind of waiting on that.
Where it was like...
And the merger literally just got thrown in the trash.
Well, okay, well, we're talking about the ending of JJK, so we might as well talk about it. Like, I don't think that the merger should have happened.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it would have been just like one giant boss battle that everyone had to come together to defeat. So I didn't want that. That's like some corny ass ending to a Marvel or DC movie.
Yeah,
agreed.
So I'm glad that didn't happen. A lot of people complain about the Heian era flashback not happening. Would it have been cool? Sure. Did we really need it? Maybe.
He said, I like how you said. I like how you went from maybe. I thought you was going to say no.
No, I would have loved to have seen it. Kenjaku.
I think it would have been great.
Kenjaku.
I think if you would have got 5 to 10 chapters of instead of sparsely throwing in like all these people that was reincarnated and their backstories kind of jammed into chapters sporadically. If you just kind of spent an arc for it, and then like we would have got introduced all to those characters at one time, kind of like how Hidden Inventory took place. I think that would have slapped, because then we wouldn't have known who was going to show up and who wasn't. Yeah, and then we would have known the character already. And but, oh, that's him? Oh, that's
that would
him.
have been
like
That would have been
What
nice.
does Kenjaku actually look like? We never know. We never find
I
out.
promise you, he probably looks like Noritoshi Kamo. No, actually, we don't know.
We don't know.
No, never
We
mind.
don't know.
Never mind.
He
We
was.
don't
Yeah, just
know.
getting
He was
some
OG.
Kenjaku backstory. I think even
Would
more
have
than
been cool.
Sukuna. I didn't need anything more on Sukuna, but just Kenjaku itself. Like I thought he was such a good villain from start to finish. He was the Aizen of the series. I'm not gonna put him on the same level, of course,
Yeah.
but
He was written to be the Aizen of the series. We didn't
yeah,
see him really be the Aizen of the
yeah,
series.
exactly.
I think so. I don't know if this is a hot take, and maybe you guys think differently about it. I think that the series would have probably been better if Geto was not Kenjaku. But I think that just had so much more openness. So like, yeah, let Sukuna be the final battle, but like let Geto be like the Madara of it all for Naruto. You know what I mean? I mean, you could say you could think differently. You've been a fan longer, Danny.
What like if what do you mean? Like if Gato like
Like
took
Geto
over
was
Kenjaku?
getting
If
like,
he was
well,
alive.
if Kenjaku
Oh,
just wasn't a character, right?
oh,
Oh,
And Geto got to really
oh,
be like that was really
the
Geto
big
really
bad.
being like the bad person the whole time, because that's a reveal that it's Kenjaku, right? We don't know that. We think it's
right.
Geto. I think that would have really did a lot to the story for if it was actually Geto. Like if it was actually Geto that sealed Gojo. Like if it was actually Geto who did all this shit. Because he had
Yeah.
he grew all this hate for all these people. He's the one who left. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. It would have been more emotionally impactful, especially because for me, Geto is also one of my favorite characters. Like I really liked him. Just like his whole attitude, the way he competed with Gojo and saw himself, and yeah, like the whole arc of him like going through that downward spiral. I think that if he was the main antagonist, or not the main, but one of the big antagonists of the series, you're right. A lot of the moments would have hit harder because Gojo getting sealed by Kenjaku, it's like, oh, you pull the mask behind, you don't know who the person is. But
Surprise!
if it really was Geto, then it would have been like, damn,
Your
why you really gotta do that
boy.
to your best friend? No, you're
Damn.
right.
I
Like
don't
it would.
know. But then you couldn't see them be in heaven in cute heaven
True.
Oh
together
my
Boy
like they
love.
did.
god! Like,
So
well, like they could have talk no jutsu their way through it. Shit, Sukuna got talk no jutsu in the end.
True.
Like you don't. That doesn't
but that's why he was
automatically
like, I'm not gonna
remove
do
that.
it twice.
What
Huh?
girl? That we never had the opportunity to even get there. We talking about something from chapter 130, 120 or something, all the way up to 260 something. That doesn't automatically negate that moment. It just means you get to have more cherishable moments.
Yeah.
Debatable.
This girl, she always does this. All right, let me read some of the comments before we continue on. So G-Beck says, sounds like a decent ending. Not sure why I got a lot of hate. I don't know why I got a lot of hate either.
It probably gets a lot of criticism, but I don't think it should get a lot of hate.
If anything,
Agreed.
it should get hate for being the final chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just fine to me.
Like one more chapter of like a 2 or 3 year time skip would have been.
Yeah, just something,
cherry on
man,
top.
something. That's why I think My Hero kind of excelled at, because even though I don't love the outcome of everything that happened with this little time skip and maybe even how the Deku and Shigaraki fight played out, I think that it was just a good bow tie. Like, all right, the story's done, my guy. Like, there's nothing more you want from us. We told the narrative. This is where everybody ended up. That's why I felt more kind of, full from My Hero, I guess. But obviously could be that it's 200 chapters longer.
Yeah, that's true. I always forget that.
G-Beck said Dragon Ball GT low key has the best opening song. Are we talking about the English?
I don't even remember. Couldn't tell you.
Oh God, the English one is Step Into the Grand Tour, Dragon Ball GT.
Wow. Stop. I remember.
Yeah.
No. I mean, best opening
But we lost them again.
We lost
song
them.
for maybe Got the Dragon. That's the best one.
Nah, man, GT had the rap. You guys don't like the hippity hop?
You know me and music.
Oh God, let's not even go there.
All right, we got another comment saying,
yeah,
you go,
ahead,
read
Kimmy.
it.
You got it. Go ahead.
Okay, it says, I'm glad I never invested into the series. Got people out here wanting the characters, but not the story. JJK making Hiro Mishima stories look tolerable, just showing love to y'all.
Woo!
Oh, okay.
I mean, but then slanders me. Rent-a-Kori is right, just like Naruto. Great start, but trash ending. Well, one, if you're gonna insult me, there's no E in my name. Got him.
Yo, you really should change your handle from the real cock to Rent-a-Kori.
The real, you said the real cock?
Real croc.
Oh.
Croc.
You said cock!
Yo, it's yo,
Roll
that's
the
what he
clip.
said, right? Yeah. Yo.
Sorry, I forgot there was an E in there.
No, real croc. You forgot the R.
Yo, he forgot the R, bro.
Roll the clip.
I mean, the good thing about the live stream is that we can literally roll the clip.
Roll it back later.
Maybe his mic went out.
That's
I don't know, but that's what it sounded like you said, bro.
I don't know. My mic's been going out the whole stream, so it's a good excuse.
Oh, God.
That's your new name, the real cock.
Chill. Chill.
Yo,
Chill.
OF link in the description below.
Chill. Y'all are ridiculous.
Okay. And with that, guys, we want to thank you all for
Well, you gotta give your final rating.
Really?
You gotta give what? You gotta give your rating of the chapter and a rating for Jujutsu Kaisen and the end of it all. You don't know if these people are gonna watch the episode. We don't know if people that stream are gonna watch the episode. We gotta do both, guys.
Okay, valid. What do you give it, Corey?
Probably give it.
I'm gonna give the chapter an 8.
I agree.
And then I'm going to give Jujutsu Kaisen as a whole. If I could do points, like as in point something, I would, but I'll just give it a 7 overall.
That's fine.
I agree.
that.
I like 7 overall.
I mean, I'm gonna give it an 8, but yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. The chapter, I'm also gonna give an 8. I don't know. For me, I really like the characters throughout the whole series. I love the fights. It's easy to digest, except with like the technique stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna give the whole series an 8. I loved it.
All right.
It was great.
Any final words for Jujutsu Kaisen fans and the whole fan base? This is forever documented on the internet, so you will be part of history of being people that talked about Jujutsu Kaisen when it ended.
Yo, why more?
Well, I don't know
But
what.
That's like
this
Gojo's.
chapter, I would say a 7. I think it was okay, but it was nice, and it was nice to see the characters, but nothing really crazy happened. So that's
Okay.
just me.
Well,
nothing for me.
Well, guys, another series we've seen come to an end. It's it's always sad to finally say goodbye to something. But
I know. You know what I will say though?
What?
JJK has brought about like some of the sexiest like anime men in a long time. So it should get extra points for that.
If it's one thing
roster?
it will be if one thing it'll be remembered for, I think is for having some of the coolest and sexiest characters and some of the most detailed fights. Do I think the story will be? No, but I think the elements of it will be around forever. Sure, 100%. I'll give it that.
There we go.
Love that.
So, thank you guys for coming through. Goodbye, Jujutsu Kaisen. More things in the future, a bunch of new stories. Maybe we'll get new stories from Gege. Maybe we'll get new stories from Horikoshi. Maybe they'll make sequels. But we do want to check out more stories. I plan on reading Kagurabachi. Kimmy, do you plan on committing? Because now we need to have something else for the stream because we got nothing else besides One Piece. Can you commit live for the people? What do you mean we'll see?
Read 5 chapters. If you can't get through 5,
there's
five
only
more
50 chapters.
I'm watching Wisteria Wandered.
I'm not telling you to watch it this week. I'm not telling you this week. I'm just talking about over the next couple months.
Okay. All right. Fine.
We need something. We got to be the guys to lead the charge for Kagurabachi. We don't want to show up late to the party when the anime comes out.
Valid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We want to
The
do it for the
anime
people.
will be announced in 2025 for sure. There's no doubt.
All right. And Jujutsu Kaisen will probably have like a season 3 and then maybe a season 4 with movies?
Yeah, I
Possibly,
guess
yeah.
because season 3 was going to be the Culling Games.
Well, maybe
Season
perfect preparation.
The Shinjuku battle could probably be a movie.
We'll
Maybe
see.
2 movies.
It's Mappa, so you know they're gonna make a movie.
Well, Gojo versus Sukuna would probably be 1 movie, and then everybody else versus Sukuna would be the second one.
Yeah, word. All right. Well, if you want to see us talk more Jujutsu Kaisen, make sure you guys check out next episode of Moon Piece Podcast Official. That'll be episode, what number are we on now? 35. So episode 36, we will be giving our final farewells, saying our final goodbyes, and our final thoughts and theories on the ending overall of Jujutsu Kaisen. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell. Check us out on all social media platforms. So thank you guys for coming through for the stream, Kimmy and Danny. And on that note, y'all.